Good morning, St. Alphonsus. Today is Monday of the 10th week of Ordinary Time. Today's readings come from the first book of Kings, chapter 17, verses 1 through 6, and the Gospel from Matthew, chapter 5, verses 1 through 12. In my reflection today, the thread that ran through these was Elijah came to Israel at a time of spiritual drought. The kings of Israel have turned away from God. They're worshiping false idols, and they're leading their people to do so. Jesus came at a very similar time, in the sense that there was a spiritual drought in among the Jews around Jerusalem and throughout all Israel. They're worshiping, or they're following maybe the law, but only the letter of the law, not the spirit of the law. And it's the spirit that keeps us alive. It's the spirit of God. So, what does Elijah do? He follows the words and the instructions of God. And what's Jesus doing with the Beatitudes? He's giving us instruction. He's telling us how to live our lives. And what's more, he's telling us the rewards we will reap, the promises of Christ in the Beatitudes. So, what's the takeaway for this? For me, it's to listen for God's voice, to hear God's voice, and to respond in a positive manner to God's voice. Is it easy? Nah. Today's a tough time in the world. There's a lot going on. But following the instructions of Jesus, he points out weaknesses or perceived weaknesses, and yet they are strengths. So in this time of uncertainty throughout the world, pick up the gospel. Read the gospel. Read the Bible. Listen to the words of God as Elijah did. Listen to the words of Jesus. In all that's going on in the world, it's a good time for compassion. Compassion for those who are confused, those in our leadership positions who are uncertain what's going on. Compassion for those who are suffering and dying. Love for our neighbor. Kindness for those who are afraid. Patience with those who are afraid. Faith, hope, and love. These three remain. St. Paul. May all of us have faith. May all of us have hope. And may all of us display the love that God has promised us. Jesus has promised us. Amen.